application of Libero. So, but before we go on these two very interesting softwares, then let's see a little bit about the portfolio of Libero, and I apologize for those ones who already know the whole portfolio, but we need to go through that because maybe there are some of you who don't know, and it's worth to know. So, as you see on the screen, there is the Libero system products consist of different applications like Libero Play for playout, Libero ingest, Libero Multiviewer, and Libero Hybrid, and so on. But today we are only covering Libero ingest and Libero Hybrid. The Libero Play is a playout application which have all the functions that is usually needed for a 24/7 playout. There's a playout engine of the server, so what you have seen before was the user interface, and that's the playout engine of the server, which can be extended by a streamer as well. Today's highlight is the Libero ingest live, which I will show you in a minute, and what makes our shows better, but you will need to wait until tomorrow to see it, is the Libero Multiviewer, which is an IP-based multiviewer of any kind of inputs and almost any kind of output. We have the Libero Hybrid, that's also a topic for today. That's kind of a bulk encoder, decoder of different things. Imagine it like the good old-fashioned card system. And in this case, this application have 8 cards of transcoding for anything to almost anything. And then we have the Libero Play. Our viewers have already know about this because we've shown it last week. So that was it regarding the portfolio introduction. And now let me go to our regie, because these softwares are installed in our regie, and let me show you the different softwares. My cup will follow me, because without that I don't go anywhere. So here I am again, and yeah, let's see what we can do for today with Libero Hybrid. So the bulk encoder, decoder, and the Libero live ingest. Let me take my seat and switch the camera signal for you. Very nice. So welcome. I am here, and let me start with Libero Hybrid. What we have here on the screen of Libero Hybrid is, as I said, different slots in the same application. So let me say if you see it well. Right. Okay. I just run through the user interface. So we have 8 separate encoders, decoders, and then we have we have 8 cards, let's say, and then in each card we can have the followings as the input section at the left, and the preview of the incoming signal, and the output section. And we can activate and deactivate either the inputs and the outputs. What kind of inputs are available? So if I go to a settings of an input, I can define if I want to have stream, file, any devices that can be found on the computer in WebRTC. And then I can make, from that, I can make the settings. With the settings, if I have the stream file, then I need to put the stream, and I need to give a name for the stream. So for example, my YouTube stream. Here it's unfortunately not allowed because we are behind the firewall, which does not allow me to do that, but let's assume that we have this here. So, and then I activate, and then we will see, yeah, it's waiting for the stream. So if I do it with another stream which is allowed to come in, then you can see that here. So I have the stream on the first slot, I have a stream I have the RTP from the stream that is coming from our local computer. That is our xDream TV as output. So in general, recently that's the stream what we are working with. That's a program stream, sorry. And I took a save to it, and then I make activate, and it's wait for the stream. Once it grabs it, like today, then we can work on the output. On the output, I have chosen either a WebRTC in this case and an NDI render, because we don't have any card installed in this machine. What we are using this usually is to grab the camera feeds and then distribute it separately back to our guests, for example. This is one of the use case that we are using this machine. So I choose the renderer. For the NDI renderer, I need to name it. So in this case, it's the hybrid out 1. I save it, and then everything is fine. And I just follow the formats that is coming in, then I play activate. So once it's active, then you can see it on the network, and then it's available. Another type of input is a file. So in any file you can play out. So you select file, and then you go to settings, Flowworks file. That's one of our manufacturer, and the manufacturer have some videos, and then let's see what they have. So for example, they have high school baseball, and then I save it, and then I activate again. And then it reads out from the network this video file, and then I can I can also put it into a NDI render. So once, I don't know, maybe we can grab this renderer. I'm not sure, but let's say it's in the receiver, and then we have on here the demo 5. Now let's grab something else. So we grab, and then, but yeah, that's my second example, sorry. So third example. So the third example is if we can receive something through the NDI render. So that's here. I can grab like NDI. I can have video mixer, okay, that exists there. I activate it, and then it comes to operation, and then I have the same for the output, that I can activate it and put it through to the network. What else? Oh yeah, I can do also through a webcam. So for example, in this case, that is a webcam input, and you can see here my colleague Salim, who's responsible for the mixing. Thank you, Salim.
Nice.
So then, that was Libero Hybrid. I think it's pretty easy, straightforward. And now let's move on to the second software that we have on schedule today. Yeah, maybe I'll go there. Beautiful. You can stay, because I will use this chair here. Okay. So what we have here is a software called, this is a software called Libero Multiviewing. No, that's for tomorrow. Oh yeah, here we are. So that's the Libero ingest. In this case, it's branded to Woody ingest. That should not bother us. So let me see what I want to show you. First of all, I want to record something. So then I have a view of a single view, one channel. I have encoder 3. I need a video signal in. So I need to configure the channels. In this case, encoder 3. And then I use, for example, a webcam. And with webcam, I also define a profile. And then then I need to see where I want to record it. I want to record it here. There's the demo stream 1. and then off we go. We record. I record myself, captured by a very old web camera, recorded it on an MP4 stream. That's it. Not so complicated, right? Yeah, but it can be complicated. So let's take a look a bit on the, first of all, what we did. We did a very nice record. It can be found on the, it can be found on the location where we defined that. In this case, this is the video folder of the computer. Now, so there are some other views which then make it a bit more complicated. In this channel, in this computer, I have 4 signals that I can record. That's the configuration of encoder 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Let me show the user interface a little bit. So I have the 4 encoders on the right, on the left top corner. Then I have a schedule, and then of a schedule list, and then I have a timeline for the different encoders, and yeah, more or less that's the case. Plus I have a notification panel here if I want. Then once I want to start with the recording, first I need to configure the presets. So with the presets, I need to ask the preset window to come up, and then I see all of the presets that I have. These are pretty much the codecs and how we are using the codecs. So for example, I have XDCAM50, HD50, and then I have the video standard defined audio, and then I have the codecs defined, and for the XDCAM container, and then I can have the bitrate to be determined, and I can have the audio codec to be determined. But in this case, I kept everything on default. And then once of course I can have some other details and regarding the actual codecs. Once I'm ready with this, and this is a technical thing, so usually as an operator I don't meet with this panel. So once I'm ready with that, then I need to define the inputs on the machines. With the inputs, that's pretty much easy. That's presets of inputs. So once I need to do a new one, then I go with, let's say, either I have already defined some. So for example, this one is for my guest input, which is coming from our guest computer. Recently, no one is connected as guest, therefore I see the bars. But I also can set up a new one. Once I set up a new one, I can select the device. In this case, in here everything is a NDI, but let's say I have an MDI receiver as an engine here, and then I grab one of the inputs. So for example, I grab the video mixer, and then I can see if it's coming in. Yes, it's coming in. So now I have it. I can save it, and then I can have video mix as a setup. I already have a lot, but anyway, this video mixer input is now saved, so I can use it once I am configuring a channel. So how I configure the channel? With the channel configuration, it's also per channel is possible, so I can open the settings panel and I can say, okay, this one, this input wants to use the video mix input, and I want to connect. I want to record it as a preset of XDCAM50 HD, and I want to define a recording path. So for example, in this case, I put that into our machine here. Very easy, straightforward. I can define the secondary record as well, and I can define if I want a proxy path. So once it's done, I would say okay, then it's done. I also have a possibility to do it in a bulk way, so for every of the inputs at the same time. So for example, I want to make the and I want to put everything on the same place. So I put this one, the guest one, on MP4. I want to record the on the XDCam, let's say IMX30, or for the webcam. That's no need for more. And then I want to record our playout. Yeah, and the record path is always the same. Now I configured all of the channels, but this playout seems a little bit outdated. So let me see which is still working. For example, I just try with the second guest. Usually we have on the second guest channel we have the user interface for today. So that's why it makes sense then to record. So I record the video mixer output. I record the output of the guest, which is the guest, the camera of the guest, and then I record the second the screen of the guest, and then I record myself because I love to see what I do. Okay, and one more thing. Maybe I don't want to make the record just right now, so then I can make a scheduled record. For example, now I enable the schedule, and then I say, okay, that will be demo, Libero demo session, Libero demo. It must be from, let's say, tomorrow at 1:30 and until 40. It will be on encoder 3. No, it's encoder 1, because that will be an NDI, and on preset I will make XDCam 50. Right, so I defined everything what I need for that, and then I add it to the schedule. Now it's on the schedule. That's pretty cool. And if I want, I can also see it on the yeah, let's make it active then. So I can activate a schedule. I can deactivate it. So activate and then deactivate. I can import the full schedule. I can clear it, and I can add new with this panel down here. So I add the second one, maybe like Woody demo, which is actually the same. It will come on encoder 2. It will be also over NDI. It will be like this 50, and it will be a day after on Saturday, because at Woody we work also on Saturday. Now it's there. It's also active. So that's beautiful. Now I have these recordings available on the timeline view as well. But once I have an event which I want to record, or multi-camera recording and so on, just right now, then I can say, okay, now I want to start with all of the recordings, and then it starts. And it's a kind of an old computer. The recording makes it's frame and it's frame accurate and so on, of course, and because of the user interface in this old computer, sometimes you see that there are drops on the timecode, but that does not really mean anything, because the result is then there. So more or less that one, I can then check the performance of a computer and how it's going on, if it's too much or not, and then I can split them in the meantime. I can pause them at the meantime, and I can also lock the user interface so then the people cannot check it. Yeah, and as you see on my timeline view, there is this moving moving schedule, which shows me that yes, recently I am making a schedule, making a recording. So now I stop it all, and I also have a possibility to check the recordings with a panel, which is the media panel, and then I have all the encoders that I made. So let me see with this one. Let's say on encoder sir, I made this was the last, I guess. Yeah, but that's not my encoder anyway. This one, super, also not, because that's the encoder one. Anyway, so you can see every of the file can be found here in the browser, and then you can check, make an in and out point, and so on. So pretty much that's the thing, and I thanks for your attention. I was Victor Tatai. I put my name on here. Bang! Yes, and I would like to thank you for your attention for today. We are coming back with Joanna in after few sections with and we will show the rest of the system. And tomorrow I'm coming back with the Libero Play demonstration and multiviewer. So I hope you enjoyed this little and demonstration. If you have more questions, then you can reach me at any time.